Hi everyone. Today I thought to discuss with you regarding the fishbone diagram. This is actually not a new tool, but this is very important tool. Because of that, I thought to discuss about the fishbone diagram. Okay. First, it is important to know what is fishbone diagram. A fishbone diagram is a visualization tool for categorizing the potential causes of a problem. That means when we talk about the problem, if we want to solve the problem, definitely we want to find out the all causes. There can be several causes. It may be 10, 20, sometimes maybe 100 causes for one problem. The first thing is we have to identify the causes and we have to categorize the causes. So fishbone diagram we can use to categorize the causes. Okay, in here, I'm going to little bit explain about you how to create fishbone diagram. Okay, when we create the fishbone diagram, first step is we have to draw the head of the fish. Okay, the head of the fish is created by listing the problem in a statement form. Then on that drawn head, we have to write down the problem. If not issue, we are going to find out the causes. The second step is at least four principal causes are identified that might contribute to the problem. Okay, when we talk about the what is called that generic categories, okay, it may be method, skills, equipment, peoples, materials, environment, or measurement. So we can draw several axes on the main fishbone. Then third step is conduct brainstorming activities to complete the courses. So when we find out the courses, it is not good to thought individually. If we can conduct brainstorming session, then then it will give the better results. Okay, so brainstorming is separate topic. I'm expecting to discuss in future regarding the brainstorming also. Simply, brainstorming means several members has to participate, and based on the several members' ideas, we can identify the causes. That is the simple explanation of brainstorm. This is the simple fishbone diagram. Now you can see this is the head of the fish. As we discussed, we have to write down the problem, if not issue, on this head. Okay. Then this is the main axis. There are four sub-axes I have included in here. Based on the problem, we can add several axes also in here. Okay, man, machine, method, and material. If you want, you can add environment, whatever the axis into this fishbone diagram. Okay, but that four axes, it is necessary to add. Okay, without that four axes, we can't talk about the fishbone diagram. Okay, that is called poem. Okay, why it is called poem? Man, machine, method, material. That four words is starting from letter M. So because of that, we are telling it poem. Okay, right. Okay, this is the simple structure. Now, I would like to explain you there are different other names also used for the fishbone diagram. The one is cause and effect diagram. Why we talk about cause and effect diagram? Actually, problem when we write down on the head, that problem means effect. Okay, so these are the causes. So causes and effect on same diagram. Because of that, we are telling this cause and effect diagram also. Then sometimes we can call this diagram as a Ishikawa diagram because this concept found by Japanese quality expert Dr. Hauru Ishikawa. To respect that person, sometimes we are using Ishikawa diagram. So anywhere, if it mention fishbone diagram, cause and effect diagram, and Ishikawa diagram, all those things are 100% same. 100% same. Okay. In here, I have listed, okay, why we want to use this concept. Okay. There are several reasons. The first one is to identify the possible causes of a problem. If we want to identify the possible causes of a problem, we can use the fishbone diagram to help develop product that address issues within current market offering. As example, when we do some marketing related activities, okay, so what are the problems we are facing currently, we can categorize by using fishbone diagram also. To reveal bottleneck or areas of weakness in business process. When we talk about the business process, what are the bottlenecks? What are the bottleneck areas and weakness? We can categorize by using fishbone diagram also. To avoid recurring issues or employee burnout. So we can use, okay, if some problem again and again occur, okay, it can be reason for the employee burnout also. So then we can find out the causes and we can categorize by using fishbone diagram, and then we can go for the solution also, to ensure that any corrective action put into place will resolve the issue. So if you want to find out the corrective actions, so first thing is we have to find out the causes. So we can use the fishbone diagram to find out the causes and categorize the causes. These are the reasons for what we want to use this concept. Okay. Now I am going to discuss with you some example. Okay, I took some general example, absenteeism, because any kind of organization, when we talk about the manufacturing organization, maybe service oriented organizations, employee absenteeism is one of the major issue. So you can see I have written some possible causes in here. You can see that some possible causes. There may be different causes also. It is depend on the organization to organization. That is why I'm asking to do the brainstorming. Then the correct and whatever the reasonable causes you can find out as a team. Okay, I put some possible causes. You can see some salary related issues, working culture related issues, work pressure, transport related issues, medical issues, food issues, unrealistic targets, harassment, misunderstanding, machine not in working condition, difficult material need to handle, not given proper training, lack of standard, poor communication, unplanned working times. So these are the possible causes. Now, already I have categorized by using fishbone diagram. You can see, okay. As example, we have to write down the problem on the head. Okay? Absenteeism, just I put ABS, that means absenteeism. This is the problem. Now, whatever the identified possible causes, I have categorized into man, machine, method, and material. Okay, you can see. Okay, you can see that in here. Okay, working culture related issues. It is I categorize under man, medical related issues, unplanned working times, not given proper training, misunderstanding, poor communication, harassment, work pressure. All those things I categorize under the man. Then you can see there are something I categorize under the method also. Unplanned working times, not given proper training, medical issues, working culture related issues, salary related issues, lack of standard, unrealistic target, food related issues, transport related issues. Under the machine not in working condition. Under the material, difficult material need to handle. Then I think you can observe when we talk about not given proper training, I put in under the man as well as I put that under the method also, because sometimes organization has not proper training mechanism. If it is, then it we can categorize under the method. Sometimes organization have some proper mechanism, but people working in the organization, they are not following the proper mechanism. They are not giving the proper training. So because of that, I put that same thing under the man also. That means some point, possible causes we can categorize under two or more axes also. Okay. So this is the sample, this is the example. Now you can see when we go through this fishbone diagram, most of the courses categorized under man and method. This is actually problem analyzing tool. Now we have to go for the problem solution. So when we go to the problem solution, first we have to prioritize. Okay, when we consider these four axes, how we prioritize maximum number of courses can include. That means included axis we can consider in a first priority. So in here, as a first priority, I'm taking method axis. So first, I'm going to give the solution for method related issues. Sometime when we give the solution for method related issues, automatically the man related issues, machine related issues, and material related issues can be solved. Can be solved. Okay, we can't guarantee, but can be solved. So, based on the number of courses, highest number of courses available in method, so I select method for the first consideration, first prioritize consideration. Okay. So when we talk about the method also, there are a lot of courses. Now we have to find out, now we have to prioritize the courses to give the solution. There are several methods to prioritize. Basically, there are three methods. Okay. If we have data, okay, I'll write in here. If we have data, okay, based on data, we can prioritize. Okay. So based on the data, we can prioritize. If we haven't data, what we have to do? If we haven't data, sometime we have to do some research. Okay. So through the research also, we can find out some reasons. If it is not possible, the final mechanism is we have to go for the vote. So whoever the person participate for the brainstorming session, we can create some voting activity. So based on the vote, okay, we can select the course which we have to address first. Okay. If we can't follow these three mechanisms also, we can consider the lower hanging fruits also. Lower hanging fruits. I think you have some idea about the lower hanging fruits. Lower hanging fruits mean what is the point which we can solve with minimum risk, minimum effort, minimum cost. That is called lower hanging. So based on that also, we can select some prioritized course in here. We given different name for that course. It is called most likely courses. Most likely courses. Okay, sometime that most likely causes mean for the absenteeism, what is the causes will create major effort. That is, we can categorize also under the most likely causes. Okay. So this is the way which we can categorize causes, which we can find out the causes, which we can categorize causes, and which we can prioritize causes for given the solution. So fishbone diagram is not a problem solving tool. Actually, it is problem analyzing tool. So I think now you have some good idea about the fishbone diagram. I would like to summarize all the things again. Okay. Fishbone diagram we use to categorize the possible causes for some problem. There are several names we can use for fishbone diagram. As example, cause and effect diagram, because effect and the cause, all things we are putting into one diagram. So because of that, we are telling cause and effect diagram. Then sometimes we call this as a Ishikawa diagram because this is this concept introduced by Kaoru Ishikawa, Japanese quality expert. Okay, so to respect that person, sometimes we use Ishikawa diagram. Then when we talk about the fishbone diagram, when we draw the fishbone diagram, every time we have to write down the issue, if not problem, we are going to solve on the head of the piece. Then we have to draw the axis of this. There should be 4 axes: man, machine, method, and material. That is must. Then other than that, we can add different other axes also based on the problem. Then through the brainstorming session, we can find out the courses and we can categorize the courses under the axes. Then after we categorize, first we have to prioritize based on the number of courses, number of points. Highest number of course included axis we can consider first. Then within that axis also we have to prioritize the courses. Then we can use, if we have data, we can use the data. If we haven't data, we can do some research, survey. If not, we have to conduct the voting activity, and based on the vote, we can select the course which we have to address first. Other than that, if we want, we can consider the lower hanging fruit concept, and we can select, okay, lowest risk, low cost, and easily we can solve problem. Then if we can solve that problem, then the confidence also build, and we can solve other problems without any issue. Okay. When we select the courses by using voting, data, or survey, sometimes we can call that course also most likely course. Most likely course. Okay, I think now you may have good knowledge about fishbone diagram. Okay, so I'm expecting to do some another video regarding the 5 why concept. By using the 5 why, we can find out the root cause. And also I'm expecting it is related to the fishbone brainstorming session related videos also. So thank you very much. We'll meet again.